everyone. I know it's been a long time. Sometimes you just need to take that break off to be able to like reset, relearn, unlearn, and so you're able to be more productive. And I'd say that was it for me with YouTube. I just needed that break because there was like I had so much pressure on me from like school, different things at the time, and I just felt like, see, I am not able to give that much attention to this because it's just a lot of commitment. You have to make videos, you have to edit them, you have to post. As much as you're trying to help other people and you enjoy it, you also want to be on track with your life, with your academics, and with every other thing. Ever since moving into a new country, so many things have obviously changed. I've made a lot of mistakes and I've also gotten a lot of things right. That's what this video is going to be about, and like how we do it here. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. You guys have comments, you have opinions, you have suggestions, kindly leave in the comment section, because now that's also one thing I'll be working on. I would be taking on feedbacks and we'll be working on it, because I have realized that for you to grow in life, you need to get feedbacks from people and know what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Okay, let's get right into this video. Ever since moving here, for people that have always been or that has gone through my YouTube videos in the past, I've been on YouTube for quite a while. I think I started YouTube in 2021. Back on my journey from 2021, I made a video here about how I after high school and I furthered my education. I studied like the pharmacy technician program. Now I'm doing nursing. It's just been one step at a time for me. I've definitely made mistakes. Sometimes we get so carried away and we find ourselves doing things that we have said, oh, we are not supposed to do, or things that we say, oh, we are not going to do. Definitely met so many wonderful people, and people that have played their role and at some point left. I really appreciate like everyone that has been on this journey with me. So fast forward to 2024, there are some mistakes that I had made in the past, and I somehow find myself making these mistakes again, and I am like, why are you doing this? Sometimes you do not realize until you have done it. For me, I don't have like any family member, I don't have anyone where I am. Let's say I have like one or two people here in Canada, but like how Canada is like so big and we have like different provinces, and these people are like far away from me, like really really far away from me. So I am all by myself here. Being by myself, College of Health in Nigeria, I was by myself in school. I stayed by myself. I was doing good, and I thought it was going to be like the same thing, kind of like the same thing here, because I've been by myself before. Honestly, I'm going to say it's a really really different ballgame. Here you have to fend for yourself, like, except you have like huge chunk of money, like you have to go through stuff by yourself. When I was in school in Nigeria, I could just go back home. I had like family around and stuff, but here, you're not running to anywhere, you're not running away from anything. Like, you make a mess, you have to fix that mess yourself, because you're not running anywhere. So you are there, you have to fix things yourself, which is why having a community is one big thing. And I'm still trying and learning how to associate myself with people, because I am I'm social. Like, I can just when I see people, it's very easy for me to say, oh, hi and stuff, but it all ends there, if you know what I mean. Like, it ends there. Once I get home, I'm not calling you or I'm not just, I don't know, when I get home, it's just me. When I'm working, I work with people, and that's it. So having a community will go a long way. This video, I'm just also going to let you guys know that if you're moving into a new country, or you're an international student like me trying to navigate life, I would say that it's not easy, but you definitely want to have people around you, even if it's people from back home. Because one of the mistakes that we make is that we get into a new country, like you get into Canada, you don't associate yourself with people from back home, not because you mean any harm or anything, but because you feel like, oh, the time difference is a lot. They won't People from back home will understand what you're going through. Everyone that is reaching out to you just want to ask for money. But let me tell you, it's not always like that. Sometimes you even need to speak with people that are not where you are, because it's a lot more easier. These people understand, even like to a fault, they understand. And I just feel like you just need to keep community, like the friends you've had back home, still retain that friendship, still retain the relationship you have with people, because this is life. People, you need people. If you have good people, you're lucky. So try to keep those people in your circle. Just a few people that would always have your back. I've lived life where I've had friends that we were not really true to ourselves. So I'm just saying that investing in good friendships will you know, take you far, because the jobs I've gotten, the apartment I've gotten, people I have met is through recommendation from, or meet this person. It's just through recommendations from friends. I know you guys see videos about people talking about how it's not easy. Don't come. I'll tell you, please come, but just do it right. Like, don't make some mistakes that we have made. It's not easy. Sometimes you will still even make that mistake for you to understand what it's like. So it's just very hard navigating life here. Another mistake I've made is, when it comes to working, sometimes we tend to overwork ourselves, because we're trying to gather money for tuition, for rent, and some other stuff. And like, we are so carried away that in our quest to make this money, we forget ourselves. Like, we forget to put ourselves first. Daily learning, starting to learn that you need to always put yourself first. I usually hear that word, like people say put yourself first, but I really didn't understand until so many things started to happen. Like, I started falling sick, because I was like always working. I wasn't used to the weather. I was having like migraine. It was just so much, so hard on me. And at that point, I realized that, before money, you have to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself doesn't only mean like physically, even emotionally, spiritually. Like, you have to take care of yourself, because you cannot give what you don't have. And I learned in a hard way. Right now, I live my life one day at a time, just like the Bible says. Like, just live just one day at a time, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You never know if you're eventually going to wake up tomorrow. So why are you rushing? But it still doesn't mean that you shouldn't put in that work. You really need to put in your work, do your best, but do not overwork yourself. Also, like, it still comes to community, because when you don't have a community of people that you talk to, so many information would pass you by. I was once there, and it worked out, but then there's some information that I still didn't get. If there are also things I did right, I'd say, coming students, you just need to learn how to balance school and work, because you need to understand that your primary assignments here, aside from any other assignment that you might have whatsoever, is that you're here to study. And don't forget that one. I was like really scared, because I was like always working, and at the same time being a nursing student, you have to like really have like high grades for you to even pass your nursing courses. And it was stressful, even mentally, like psychologically, it was really stressful. The fact that you're scared about failing, it's not like you're not reading, you're reading, but you feel like you could do more. Let me tell you, it got to a point I was feeling like I wish I didn't have to work, so I can just come study, like face what I'm here for and just go. Because sometimes it's just overwhelming. And you have some classmates that also make you feel like you're not studying because you're working. It happened to me. I felt like, oh, you're not studying. But thank God, like even when we would have exams, like I'll really like pass my exams, I'll have like really good grades, and I thank God I'm really doing well in school. So it's you just need to find a work school balance. You know, I know they say work life balance. You need to find a work school balance, and which brings me to the next point, that you also need to have a life outside school and work. So I see this a lot. People are like, oh, find a balance to these things. It's not as easy as people say, because I know before I came back to school, I was working in Nigeria, and I was trying to have like a work-life balance. I didn't even really get it there. Like it wasn't really working. And now you have school, you have work, and the system is so different, and you also need to have time for yourself. And to be honest, I don't think you have time for yourself if you're in nursing school, because while you're drinking, whatever, like while you're on a date, while you're eating, you can start remembering one question you didn't answer right or something. Because I remember one time we had like what's it called now, it's like a clinical presentation, like integration kind of thing, like where you have to come and do some assessments. I remember I was so into this thing that even in my sleep I couldn't sleep. Like I would literally start assessing a patient in my sleep because of the fear. So, but I still feel like you can make it happen. You can just, you know, once in a while. It's not easy, but once in a while, just make things happen. You also need to know what you like doing outside school, work, whatever makes you happy. You need that to survive in this country. I really want to seize this opportunity to thank God, because they've been growth, even though I rarely show it here. So I've gotten like brands reach out to me, like send me so many products. Grateful. And recently I got this brand, but the name of the brand is Pila. They have like phone cases. I have like a phone holder at the back of my phone. They have different stuff. You can go to their website, www.pilacase.com, you know, to find more of what you're seeing here if you like it. And guess what, they are made from recycled products. If you got value from this video, you know what to do. Give us a thumbs up.